Oh, I'm about to start. Put that down. Um, in this upload, I will be reviewing Breaking Bad, episode 5. It's titled Gray Matter. I thought that was stuff that has to do with your brain, I think. I don't know. But, excuse the pause, but I'm thinking. The episode doesn't start out any different than the other ones. Um, it rolls along. Oh, in this episode, we're introduced to uh, one of Pinkman's friends. Um, I take that back. I take that back. The episode does start out pretty. I mean, it doesn't start out. It like from the beginning. There's nothing unordinary, but Pinkman's actually dressed up in an interview, trying to get a decent job. Now, I I can't even speak about this because literally the same thing happened to me when I first went looking for a job. Now you can say whatever you want to say. It's like obviously I'm not obviously actually, but if he's like an independent free thinker, and in my case, I didn't really have nobody to uh, break down the rules. I mean, yeah, break down the unwritten rules of searching for a job, or just the reality of it. The thing, like, hey, I need money. I want a lot of it. There's nothing wrong with that. So I need to get a good job. A good job is a lot of money. You're not even thinking about the benefits. You're not thinking about the commute. You're not thinking about the people you're working with. You're not thinking about the environment. You're not thinking about nothing. How much is I'm getting paid? And that's the way I say it. How much is I'm getting paid? And I believe Pinkman was thinking this character Pinkman was thinking the same thing. Hey, I need money, so why not go work at a bank? Maybe he had ulterior motives. I don't know. I may go work at a bank, but the guy interviewing him, and same thing in my case in real life, was actually pretty nice about it and was like, hey, be honest with you, um, I like what you I like how you're talking pretty well. I like your personality, but you need a college degree. You need a college degree to work here and prior experience. Sometimes, in some cases, they will give you a break if you don't have prior experience because they will want to train you to their specific rules and regulations. But for the most part, experience is needed. And the funniest thing, they made him a thrower. And that's the exact same thing that was offered to me for one of my first job interviews. We can make you a thrower because you're non-skilled labor. You're non-skilled labor. I mean, I hate to put it like that. You're non-skilled labor. I'm sorry for going on about this, but it's just a big similarity between this show and my life because I went through the same thing, which I just thought it was funny. You know, you're unskilled labor, so you're gonna go out there and stand in the corner and throw a sign around. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a paycheck. There's no future in it. It's a paycheck. You know, that's all it is. It's a paycheck until you can go to school or you can get a better job. But anyways, I like that. I like that. That really that made me feel tired about some type of nostalgia or something. I mean, I'm let's just put it like that. I like that. I like that part of the show. Then they go on. This also introduces one of Pinkman's old friends. They decide to. Obviously, he's trying to just leave this whole drug thing in his past or whatever, but they decide to cook again, and but he's missing a key element. He's missing one element of the recipe. But this guy offers to supply that element. Now, when they go ahead and start doing it, he's not able to make anything to the same level. He's not able to make any product to the same level that Mr. White was able to make. So he did it 3 times and tries to throw it out for the 3rd time. But you forget his friend has supplied this key element, and the stuff he's making is no less than the stuff he made before he met Mr. White. And the guy's like, dude, that's fine with me. He's like, no, I don't. It's not good enough. So then they get into a tussle, and I'm just like, what is going on? It's pretty chaotic. Well, they did a good job of creating, of making it seem like it was out of control and chaos. And then, of course, Mr. White. Oh, they had an intervention. His wife. But you know, for the life of me, I can understand. Now, of course I'm skirting reality and real life here. You know, this is real life, and I say it in every upload, but I don't understand where she's coming from. I mean, I can understand how she feels, how Mrs. White, the character, feels towards Mr. White, the character. If you're in love with somebody, you don't want to see them die, especially with her being pregnant. And I think that's actually adding to the character because of the hormones. So in all, I take that back. In all, now I started to see that she's actually a decent actor because she's pulling it off. I can believe her portrayal of a pregnant woman that cares for her husband. She's a good actor. She's a decent actor. But the kid who plays Junior, so the writers, it seems like the writers are using him as a way to voice the people's opinion, if you will. This is the no bullshit people, the people who don't beat around the bush. They're using him as the voice for them in this series, which I think is actually pretty good, because who would expect a kid in his physical condition to say things like he's saying? But he's only speaking the truth. And again, Mr. White, the actor who plays Mr. White, he does a great job of sitting there and soaking all of these different opinions in. And of course, there is one corny scene. Corny moment, I guess you would say. Not necessarily corny, but kind of like it's been overdone, cliche, if you will. Everybody's going back and forth with one. Yeah, and the in-laws, the two in-laws, her I think it's Mrs. White's sister and her husband are sitting in, because I guess they're considered, they're like their almost immediate family. So they're in there having an intervention, and everybody's going back. After everybody's said their piece, everybody's going back and forth with one another, because her sister has an opposing opinion, which is, if he wants to die like that, let him die like that. But of course, the family's like, that's not cool. And then her husband gets on her side, coincidentally. Wouldn't you figure that? And then now everybody's going back and forth, and Mr. White shuts him up, and he delivers this fantastic performance that I'm completely entranced by. It's really good. I mean, look, he does a great job of playing this character. I can believe every word that comes out of this character's mouth. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's really good. The episode continues, and it goes down. Mr. White and Pinkman reunite. Of course, he needs money now. I almost forgot. We get introduced to two of Mr. White's college. Okay, so in the previous episode, there was a young lady and Mr. White when he was obviously younger inside a classroom. They're sitting there talking about life or whatever. She is brought back into the picture with another guy, and apparently, I'm assuming there's layers to this. So apparently, her and him, of course, were in a relationship, but now she's in a relationship with another. Yeah, everybody's grown and married. So she's with another guy, and she's married to him, and they're owning a company. But it's like, it's kind of weird because his name's in the company, but he obviously doesn't work for the company. So what happened there? And at the end, they kind of leave you in suspense, wanting more, by the woman friend calling Mr. White it wasn't, I think it was in the middle of the night actually, in tears, saying, hey, what's going on? Because, you know, they try to offer him, he tries to offer him money, and he tries to offer him a job so he can have health care, all that good jazz to take care of this cancer issue. But, he turns it down. I'm like, why would he turn it down? I'm thinking to myself, it's kind of crazy. Why would he turn it down? But it's a pride thing. I can see that. It's definitely, I feel like it's definitely, the character is definitely, it's definitely a pride thing. And then she calls in the middle of the night in tears. And they're going back and forth. Well, why don't you just take it? Come on, make it as a gift. This company is half yours. That's why your name's in it. And this and that. I'm like, what the hell? And then she just goes and spits out, is it because of me? I'm like, oh, man. What happened there? Don't tell me. What happened there? So, but I think that was the end of the episode. There was no answer. That was the end of the episode. So, I'm waiting. Now I'm really excited for next week to see what happens. Till then, enjoy this upload.